You help guide young people through sports, through education, and now through legislation. What made you say, I got to take this to the State House?
I started off on the city council. So I became part of the city council, not by choice. For many years, people told me, I was in my, mid 40s or so. And people, oh, you should run for mayor, you should run for city council. And I really enjoyed being Coach Wimberly. I enjoyed, working with kids, being at recreation, doing what I do. We had a mayor that decided he was going to cut the budget for recreation. And I was going to fight. I was not going to sit silent. And I thought I was going to run for mayor. And after a conversation with Jeff Jones, who was a city councilman at the time, he said, look, I'm going to run for mayor. All right, then you run for at large. So I decided to run for a city council at large. And with that team, I had, a bunch of former athletes, workers from recreation, community people, you're talking about grassroots, and we created a group called Team Hope. And we went on to win the at-large election in 2010 with almost 9,000 votes, which is, I think I've been told, one of the highest ever in the city of Paterson. And that's how I got involved. It was like, you're messing with the kids, you're going to cut recreation, I'm going to run for office.
Oh, no, I mean, I hear nothing about amazing things from you from, former players and, different kids from the community. So I know you have a heart for that. And that's what I, respect a lot more about you, too. As much as I've heard from, whether it was Victor Cruz, was Mike Adams, various players, have nothing but amazing things to say about you.
Yeah, and that's what it was all about. So my involvement in politics, I've always been family-wise involved. Ed Cotton is my cousin, who was a councilman and deputy mayor, and like I said, always behind the scenes working with people. My grandfather's very involved with the Democratic Committee. Back when Ozzie Palakia was the assemblyman, we were one of the people that run around handing out flyers back then. So I've always been around it, but never thought I would get to it. But when they start messing with money for kids, I was like, it's time for me to get off the sideline.
Yeah, definitely. Kids, if they don't see no hope or no outlets for them, unfortunately, they just turn to the streets or do things that is not, that's going to lead them down the right path.
Yep.
So you and I both call Calvary Baptist home. It's more than a church, it's a hub for the people. What role does faith and church play in leadership and service?
I stay prayed up. I mean, I start off my morning, with a morning meditation and affirmation that I usually send out to groups of folks that I deal with, and I get stuff back. So, you start your day off with scripture, and sometimes